Hello there, Blighty Otaku here with a brief update on the state of the room and the setup. And, wow, it's not all exactly good news. There is going to be a lot of changes, starting with this. Because the first thing I'm going to be doing, hopefully, the week after next, is I'm going to be getting a new case for this. Because, I mean, this thing, well, I would really rather not have it still in this old, well, I would say donor case, because it was from my old crap system. Yeah, but that's going into a new case. And also, well, depending on how things go in the future, this will be getting a slight graphics upgrade from its GT610, probably to a GT740, or whatever single slot card I can get, because I'm also going to be fitting this with USB 3, because the new case I'm getting has, instead of two USB 2s, it will have one USB 2.0 and one USB 3.0. So it would be best to get a USB 3 card. So the laptop, on the other hand, is a completely different matter. The upgrade to Windows 10 is pretty much fine, although I did have a few hard drive issues that I've hopefully sorted out, but I am probably going to end up phasing this down from sort of like my major video editing, game playing setup to just basic word processing, because what I'm going to do, hopefully again within about a month or so, is I'm going to buy a refurbed Hewlett Packard HP Compaq 6005 Pro, or I might even get the 3125 Pro Micro Tower. And also what I'll do is I'll get another monitor for that, and I'll probably at a later date, once I can get back into the convenience cover where the RAM and the hard drive is, I'll probably max out the RAM and probably I'll either put in same capacity or near to 500 gig solid state, and I'll reinstall Windows 10 from scratch, and everything that's actually stored in this generally is going to be ported over to the HP, and that is going to be a little project, especially if I get the 6005 small form factor case, because that could easily be upgraded with better graphics, because it basically has around the same graphics that this has, although it has a better processor. I could actually upgrade the RAM in that rather cheaply. I could also get a new graphics card. And depending on how everything looks when I get it, I could easily move it to a new tower, to a new micro ATX tower, because it's a small form factor. It'll be a micro ATX form factor board. I can move it to a micro ATX case, and I could put in decent graphics, and once again USB 3. But the thing is, the configuration on that states that it has two PCI Express 1X slots, while it has one 16X slot and a PCI slot. So hopefully, as long as everything is set up, everything is good, I can easily transplant that into another micro ATX case, and upgrade it to a potential that it can be sort of like a pseudo video editing and gaming box. Well, I can still have that as gaming, but once I actually get into the major projects of my gaming rigs, one of the computers, depending on which one goes in, is going to be put in as a once everything is done, as a reserve editing rig, and the other is going to be a media system, depending on what happens here. Although with this, everything is working as is, but once I've got things sorted out a lot better, the Blu-ray player is going to have to be moved over to that side, because I'm having serious problems with the IR sensor, because the IR sensor on that is on the right, and especially when I get that thing built, it's going to be a right pain in the arse to actually gain access to. And the good thing about this gap is it's right about the size of a micro ATX case, so I can stick a micro ATX computer in there. I can actually stick two in there with enough space for airflow. And that could be done with. Yeah, the Roku is still being a pain in the ass running YouTube, so I might actually end up getting the newer Roku 2. But the soundbar is good, and I've still got to do the video on that, where I do sound comparison between the TV speakers and that. Well, one other thing that I've decided to change is no bed, no mattress. I've decided to can the mattress thing entirely, because it would be a right pain in the neck to keep hauling it out from behind there. And also, it looks a bit better with those on top, don't you think? Well, except for the batteries. Yeah, but also, another thing I've got to add, down there, those 3 bottles, because what I'm going to do is a little feature on what I would call unusual squash flavours, or as I say, combination of flavours, because what I have down there is a mango and lime Ribena squash, and over there, back there, I have 2 others which I'm going to make a video about in the near future. Well, as long as I've got my everything sorted out. But the thing is, considering all of this, well, I definitely think I really need to. Oh yeah, and I've actually still got Menma sitting there in front of the router. And also that really needs to get changed. But literally, I really need to find myself a decent place to live. I think I might really need to give the tiny lens of this camera a little wipe. So, this has gone on long enough. And now, yeah. Oh yeah, another thing. The keyboard is actually acting up in places, along with the trackpad. So, well, yeah, this is going to be turned back into a laptop, a portable, because, well, I can still get a replacement battery for this, a new battery for this, because the original one is dead. Although it is going to have to be run off an external keyboard and mouse. So, well, with all of this said and done, it is now time to bid the adieu. So, I will until next time, catch you laters.